The Star Phantoms are a successor chapter of unknown origin. The majority of their service unremembered by the wider Imperium, though their secretive nature and stable gene seed belies ties to the enigmatic First Legion. The Dark Angels have vehemently denied any association with their bloodline. Sired during the 23rd Sentinel founding of the 38th millennium, these warriors, alongside the Imperial Harbingers, Iron Lords, Marines Errant and Steel Cobras, were created solely to aid in the defense of the Imperium's most beleaguered outposts, purging dangerous Xenos races to the point of extinction on several occasions. These warriors typically operate alone within among the most dangerous fringes of the Imperium's domains, their isolationism breeding a mantra of self-reliance at the cost of often clashing with Imperial authorities. Though stationed on the shrine world of Harkanath, at the edge of the Sakara sector of space for many years, the chapter would defend their homeworld during 101.M40 from freebooter clans of the Orc Xenos. After 60 days of battle, the Star Phantoms would face greater peril with the arrival of a Hrud migration which spilled from a temporal warp rift. This migration of Xenos, the reason for the Orcs' invasion, and the true threat which would forever change the chapter's future. Cutting the majority of the Harkanath system off from reinforcements and communications, the Star Phantoms, so close to achieving victory against the Greenskins, now rallied to stage a valiant last stand upon their homeworld. The Hrud's presence causing the planet to convulse with tremors as their time-distorting properties harried the Star Phantoms. After sustaining heavy losses, Chapter Master Ommodon Tiresias ordered his men to gather all available relics, resources and manpower before abandoning their homeworld to its fate. Many battle brothers refusing to obey such a command, those who acceded to their master's demands boarded their flagship, the Memento Mori, as several smaller Voidcraft sacrificed themselves to allow for its escape. Losing 2/3 of their total strength, with even Chapter Master Tiresias being blinded by a chance time eddy during their escape from Harkanath, it would take years for the chapter to rebuild its strength. The only known chapter to have survived a Hrud migration alone in the Imperium's history, the Star Phantoms pivoted their designation to a fleet-based chapter with the loss of their fiefdom. Earning an infamous reputation as indiscriminate devastators of the Imperium's enemies, during the Makarian Crusade of 392.M41, the chapter would earn a chance to once more set upon the soil of a new world following their might pledged to the Badab War. Suffering heavy losses as they led the vanguard of the final battle to depose the tyrant of Badab, Luft Huron. For their valiant efforts, the Star Phantoms were granted overlordship of a new homeworld by the Emperor's Holy Inquisition, transforming their battle barge, the Memento Mori, into their new fortress monastery. Once settled on the ice world of Jaga within the Archaean system of the Badab sector, the landlocked region of the planet bolstered its defenses with enormous glaciers. Masters of first strike battle tactics using drop pod assaults and fleet combat, their proclivity to martyr themselves in the name of the Emperor is galvanized by heavy firepower. Never favoring any battle doctrine as superior to another, only the death of his foes is a worthy goal. Their extensive armory of weapons, specifically of the plasma and melter variety, allowing for the deployment of 3 Devastator squads per battle company. Maintaining armored vehicles, particularly of Vindicator and Land Raider designs, the chapter's tech marines toil endlessly to maintain the needs of their mercilessly applied firepower. Seconding men to the Death Watch sparingly, though their duty to the Chamber Militant is fulfilled, each battle brother of the Star Phantoms remains distant from their new kin during their tenure. The cult of death which pervades their ranks, known as the Mortuary Cult. The Star Phantoms deify the Master of Mankind as the God Emperor, alike to the Imperator Mortifex, and perceive him to judge who among them is worthy of martyrdom. Each chaplain proclaiming their chapter as ordained killers in service to the Emperor. No thought is given for personal glory, nor plaudits won in battle, for only the deaths of his foes are a worthy pursuit. Exemplars of the mantra that only in death does duty end. Every warrior, whether mortal or transhuman, who perishes fighting in the name of the God Emperor is cherished by the 4 Reclusiarchs, who aid their Master of Sanctity in overseeing the chapter's spiritual well-being. Treasuring votive items which they enshrine within personal reliquaries within their quarters, such as ashes of fallen comrades, many turn their enemies' bones into powder, which is used as lapping powder for their ceramite. Clad in white armor, adorned with yellow chest aquillas, each battle brother signifies their tactical role with black paint on their right pauldron, coupled with a stenciled black squad number in low Gothic, whilst using Codex prescribed colours on their left knee plate to identify their company. The symbol of their chapter, a stylized black hourglass filled with a pair of skulls, represents their morbid creed, which emphasizes the nature of death. Enraptured by the rites and chants of their mortuary chaplains, each battle brother embarks to war with not a shred of fear in their hearts. For each Space Marine knows that their death shall be grieved and lauded equally by their surviving kin.